Hello everyone, this is Lolly. Welcome to my craft zone, typically called a craft room. But in my situation, I've said several times that I'm in an unfinished basement. And so this section in the basement is like a U-shaped. It's got three walls, one of them shorter than the other. So it was basically, we had used it a lot for storage. You can see that my husband had built these shelves here, and we had a lot of blue paint for some reason. So we painted them blue. And they're very deep and very heavy. And many of you have requested tours of my craft room. Well, I'll tell you, when it's this dark, it's just very hard to do. So I've actually taken over about 2/3 of the basement, but this part here at least is lit enough that I can show it to you and talk about how I want to improve things. And you can see over here, I've got some like ink pads, and up here is where I have a lot of my 12 by 12 paper collections hanging from hangers. Okay, so here you could see the edge of the wall right there. Okay, so it's 99 inches, I think, from that whole wall there. So I will just show you what I have right now in its glorious mess, and then we'll talk about what I would like to do. So I used to teach classes in my basement. I painted the walls white so to make it brighter in here, and that really helps because concrete walls, pretty dull and gray. I had used some of the blue paint and stenciled across there. Blue is not even really my color, not really my color. But that's what I did. So again, we'll just go through this and show you what I have. So this I've shown before. That is my wooden cabinet my husband made for stamps. My washi storage, I've shown a video on how to do that. I'm not going to show like how I store everything. Lots of junk piled up back here. I have two 6-foot tables. Now this one is the one you see me crafting at. This is what you see when I'm crafting. And this is the full length of the table. Again, it's a 6-foot table. And it is not clean. So taking you along, but it's not clean. So then at the end of the 6-foot table, so that ends here. And then I have a paper trimmer here. And, like my scraps that end up piling up all around the paper trimmer, plus something a project that I want to do something else on. Okay, now if you've backed up to this table is another 6-foot table. There's two of them like this, side by side. Now I'm going to flip up to that back wall. So this wall is a little shorter than the one behind me with the blue shelves. And anytime that I want to hang anything, I have to hang it from the rafters. So you can see up here, you could see like strings hanging right there, cords. I'm sorry, it's hard to look up because in the light it changes the video quality. So I just have some things that I've made, calendar, my llama diamond painting. I have just an organizing pouch over there from 31 Gifts, a pocket letter made by a friend. This is a shelf that's just dear to me because my father-in-law made it to hold my itty-bitty wooden stamps. And that is the only thing that's actually mounted to the concrete. Everything else is hanging. So now I'm going to back up because this is really hard to get in here and show you everything all at once. So the function of my other 6-foot table, now excuse this big shelf, right? This big standing thing right there. I know it's a mess. The function of this table is, this is where I do my video editing, pay bills, and all that. So it ends up being more like family use. Okay, so that's my other table. So here's what I'm thinking I would like to do. And I've been talking this over with a friend. First of all, I need to get my taxes done. I have got to do that. I am my own tax preparer, and I am assembling, I have 2 home businesses, and I have got to get everything all together and get the taxes done. Once I do that, and while I'm waiting, I'm also destashing. I want to go through because you can't see like under the 6-foot tables here. I mean, there are boxes of things, and there are boxes all around me, and then over on this wall, I've got filing cabinet and another cabinet behind there and things on the floor behind. And all that needs to just come out. And I have a table here with the printer on it. You can see it's a really big printer. So what I'm thinking, get a lot of stuff out of here. And then I want to cover up or repaint over the all that stenciling. I really don't care for it, and I want to undo that. So there's no stenciling behind these shelves. And then I was thinking to empty everything off the shelves, and this is what's going to be the big pain because the shelves are extremely heavy and they, as you can see, they are laden with goodies. So to empty all of that off and move that shelving unit over against this wall here. Get everything off the floor back there. And then what I would like to do on this wall is to make that, it's my backdrop when I do videos, but it is kind of dated and cluttered. And although it is very crafty, I think what I would like to do is when I move these shelves, first of all, paint them and then put whatever I want back on it. But I want to get some of those, is it Alec units that they have at IKEA? I think I measured, I could fit 5 of them on there and still have room between them, like to put a chair, like for a desk. But I'm thinking I should go with 4 of them. So 2 together and maybe 2 together and one long countertop over that. And then then I would have the wall above it, that white wall, and I want to put like some vinyl on it, like Palooza or something, and have maybe a couple little shelves on either side of that to maybe some areas to display like some craft projects I've done. I don't know yet. But one thing I know is that it's going to take a little bit of work and forethought because I don't have any electricity back there. And the only electricity I have, you see this white cord coming down? I'm not going to aim the phone up to record because it'll blind you. Hanging above me from the rafters is 2 fluorescent light fixtures. Each has 2 bulbs, so I have total of 4 fluorescent lights above me. And this, where'd it go? That cord right there is my only power source. It connects up into the fixture where the fluorescent bulbs are connected. And it comes down there, and that's what I can plug in my gold foil quill pens. I can plug in my heat gun, my embossing gun. I can plug in my fuse tool or my blow dryer to dry paint projects, whatever. That's my only source of electricity, but it is not against that far wall. So when I get a countertop back there, I would like to have my Cricut maker. I would like to have my Cameo machine, and if I get a Cricut Joy, one of those. So anyway, I do need electricity back there, and I thought what I could do is I could also have a spot, between the Alec units, and then I could put a chair under there and probably use one chair for dual duty. And then I could move this over there, over that desk area where I can edit videos over there. And that means I would have more craft space. Wouldn't that be great? Or I could even put the machines on this table. Who knows? But I think it would give me more space. And I just want to get rid of a lot of the riffraff and start destashing. So hopefully this is the beginning of a mini-series, docu-series about what I want to do with this. And it's not a promise, it's a desire and a goal of mine that I would like to do that this year. So thanks for coming along this journey with me. And again, I'll just sweep over here and show you that wall right there. So this is where the blue unit would go, right there. Thanks for watching, and thanks for coming along on this journey of mine.